Grand Rising Aries. This is messages for you, right, for the month of August. We also have the new moon in Leo on the 8th and the Lionsgate portal on the 8th. So this is your Lionsgate, new moon, and August vibes for Aries. We're going to do one card for love, one card for career, and one oracle card for self. Before we get into these three, let's talk about the energy that we're going to feel, right? Lionsgate portal, a lot of new opportunities, right? There's a lot of frequencies. Lionsgate is essentially Sirius, which is the spiritual sun, meets with our sun, which happens to be in Leo. And it's just a big portal for a lot of energy to come in, a lot of transformation energy to come through. A lot of, things that you want to put in place can certainly stick. They can certainly hold, right? Don't hold on to anything that, any type of permanent, don't look for anything that's permanent, right? Especially when it comes towards love relationships or, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is not the time to be trying to implement permanent structure into your life. It's the time to allow what is for you to come in and see if it fits your life, right? See if it fits your vision, right? Enjoy the possibility of nothing being permanent and everything is just a moving piece to your wheel, right? Wheel of fortune. Receive love, give out love, but more importantly, receive, right? And release the view of you. Release any view that you might have had on love. Release any view that you might have had on your career, and just let this big influx of energy kind of make its way towards you. And doing things with kindness. Kindness is the seed during this time. Kindness is the seed, and kindness goes a long way. Big time for manifestation. Allow everything to come in. Nothing's permanent. New moon, make sure you're setting new intentions. Make sure you're setting your new intentions. And like I said, it's just a lot of, there's the world card. There's a lot of new frequencies, new things you wouldn't even expect can literally make their way towards you at this time. Okay? Forget the permanent stuff. Be open to receiving whatever comes your way. Let's get into this. So, 3 cards for love. Pull the sunglasses. Sunglasses with 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and Judgment. Someone's watching you. Someone could be gaslighting you. Someone could be stalking you. 3 of Swords. And you're actually having to defend yourself. I'd be careful with the stalker here in the sense of love, Aries. Be careful with anybody that might be pushing your boundaries. Right, the Judgment card. You made a decision, you made a choice, and somebody might not like what you have to say. So there is a lot of pushback here. Let's see what this is about. Yeah, 9 of Swords. This hurt, this heartbreak, this pain actually gives you anxiety. And you're having to defend yourself about what it is that you actually want in love. You're having to put up a fight. Like telling them, this is what I want. Why are you arguing with me? You could be phased out as well. Wouldn't be surprised if you're checked out of something. You already know what you want next, the Magician with Judgment. You already know what you want next. and you're having to fight. You're having to go back and forth with someone, bicker with somebody. It could be with yourself, but I think there is somebody that's watching you. They're watching. They're watching every move that you make, and that might stress you out. But you kind of like have to tell them what it is that you want. What's the fun in that? Let me tell you what I want, so you can give to me. I don't. You kind of know how that resonates, but you kind of already know what you want. You made a decision, you want to manifest it. And I feel like I don't want to leave you hanging there. Okay, so what do we do? How do we approach this? Justice. Could be legal. Ooh, stalker. Ooh, you might need to get a restraining order. Justice could be something legal, but you can talk about fairness. Maybe have a conversation with them about, this isn't fair. It's not what I want, or this is how I feel, and I don't feel like I should have to express myself and tell you what it is that I want, because that's not fair. That's not you balancing my scale. That's me telling you how to balance my scale when you should be able to balance the scale on your own. You get that? Let's go into career and finances. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Number 4. So there is be fearless and bold. Be fearless and bold. Oof, okay, you have 3 cards in reverse, and I'm hesitant to show you this. Queen of Wands, King of Cups, and Page of Cups. Right, there's a lot of blockages here. There's a lot of restraints here when it comes to your career and finances. Right, maybe you're scared to take a move. You're scared to make a creative decision. You're scared to tap into your emotions and do something that you actually like versus something creative. Either way, at the end of the day, you are blocking something that could potentially be extremely passionate towards you. Maybe you're not. Be fearless and bold, because there's a situation here when it comes towards your career and finances that is lacking creativity. It's lacking passion. It's lacking any type of emotion at all into what it is that you do, right? You want to pour your heart and soul into things that it's all blocked here. So that's the message there. Like, you need to be fearless and bold and kind of make that move and be creative. Turn this upside down, right side up. Big picture thinker, leader, courageous. Turn this right side up. Right? Have compassion for it. Put passion, blood, sweat, and tears into it. Like, it's mine. I own it. It's a part of my blood. Right? And then you accept offers that come your way, especially when it feels good, because you feel good about what it is that you're doing. Right? Let's turn this energy right side up. Be fearless and bold. Make the first move, maybe. Put on your warrior face. Let's see what kind of... Any other messages here? Any advice? The moon. Ooh, okay. Trust your intuition, right? Being fearless and bold. Be fearless and bold, and you might feel like that's a risky move for you. Use your intuition. What does your heart tell you? What does your gut tell you? Go with that. If you don't have that creative opportunity to be creative or put your blood, sweat, and tears, and you need to put a warrior face on, trust your intuition, right? I'm reading this book called The Alchemist, and he's in the desert, and they're like, just trust your intuition. Feel the language of the universe, the language of the world. It's just like, you just know. You know when you know something, like, just go in that direction, and the universe will kind of guide you in that way. Trust your intuition when you get to that point. Very warrior-like energy right there. Like, look at the moon right there. Actually, it's funny because they talk about the moon. Like, trust the moon, trust the wind, trust what omens you see that come to you. The moon could be Pisces energy, intuition, the mystics, the shamans, the mediums, the psychic abilities. We all have psychic abilities. Just gotta tap into it. When it comes into your career and finances, something here is asking you to be risky and bold and put on your warrior face. Let's talk about self. Lesson for self: grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Okay, so when it comes to self, the lesson here that we're learning, that we need to learn, is that sometimes tower moments, sometimes things that fall apart, sometimes when the foundation cracks, When the foundation is already cracked, the tower only appears because there was something already wrong with the foundation. It might look pretty, but the foundation is cracked, right? I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Something came down. You lost something here. This is lost. This is something came down. Crashing down, or it just came down and you already knew it. Now you're just like in limbo. This is actually reversed. It's not a time to sit there. Oof, this is reversed too. This is heavy. You need to move. You need to go. You need to go. You don't feel emotionally satisfied right now. I understand that the grief, hurt, it came down in the sense of life. This is a life lesson here. Something in your life didn't go the way you wanted it to, but you need to see the opportunity in appreciating what it was. Right? You have to appreciate your past because it's going to bring you to a stronger you down the line. Or if you're at that position now where you're like, oh my God, I'm in such a solid place right now because of what I went through, then you'll understand what I'm saying here. If you're not, and it's something that just happened recently, you can't just hang around. This is the hangman upright is just putting on pause. It's in reverse. You gotta move. You gotta move so that you can get your emotional stability back in check. Because right now it's it's in a restrictive position. Restrictive. So move, get up, move, do something. Don't just sit around feeling hopeless and lost and oh my God, this didn't go the way I wanted it to. And what is the opportunity here to appreciate from? Right? What's the value behind this lesson here? I'm going to use a different deck. What is the value behind this lesson? The Hierophant. This was some sort of... This was divine, to be honest. This was part of a... Ooh, the tower at the bottom again. This was a lesson. This was a massive fucking lesson. Like the Hierophant. A massive lesson that might have woke you up to a place of spirituality. Not necessarily, but it's a lesson that I need you to reflect inward on. To understand that when the tower comes down, it's coming down for a reason. It's coming down because the foundation was broken. So it wasn't you that was broken. The foundation of that situation was already broken. And being that your emotions are not in a superior level, or they're kind of just blocked at the moment, or you're not seeing the good side of it. You're seeing the negative emotions of it, and you should probably see the positive side of it. You are now free from that situation that probably brought you misery. That's a plus there, to be honest. That's the big plus. Let's see. Let's pull from the Hype Man deck. Caution. Check your personal brand. Okay, maybe this situation here, you loved it, you liked it, but it really wasn't part of your process. It really wasn't supposed to be part of your plan at all. It wasn't supposed to be, it's not on brand with you. You might have been attached to it because of time or connections or investments, but it's not necessarily something that was actually part of your personal brand down the line. Right? We're not in a position here. We're not here like, oh, I need to know about things that are happening right now. No, we're all about growth. These readings I do are all about growth, and growth takes a lot of hard work and a lot of pain, and I have gone through a lot of grief and a lot of pain and a lot of tower moments to get to where I am now. There is nothing easy about going through a lesson, but the sooner that you accept the lessons for what they are and you move forward from them and you maybe seek a spiritual advisor or a therapist or a mentor or higher education so that you can elevate your knowledge on something so that you can move forward from this grief, right? There has to be a moment where you appreciate the grief, you appreciate those tower moments in your life. It might This situation might not have ever been part of your brand to begin with. You weren't supposed to be there. It was just supposed to be a moment, karmatic relationship, karmatic situation, quickly, right in time, that you were supposed to just dabble in, understand, and move forward. Everything is not set in stone. Again, new moon in Leo. Don't be stuck on anything that's permanent. Release your view of who you are and who you can love, who you can forgive, including who you can forgive, right? I'm never going to forgive that person. That might change. This 8-8 energy is 8 is 8 is like a like expansion number. Right? Then you have like everything's in retrograde. Venus and Mars are in Virgo, but you have Jupiter and Saturn that are retrograde. Saturn is pulling away anything that might be blocks. There's nothing blocking you now, and then you have Jupiter coming in with the expansion. So now there's nothing in your way to expand. All there is literally a doorway for you to run down to expand. The expansion door is down the hall. All you have to do is just walk through it. Don't get caught up on grief. I hope this message resonates with you, Aries. I'll see you guys next month.